Do we have audio? Elijah, video check, audio check. Do we have any or neither? Elijah, Zoe the cat, guys, help me out here. Oh, hey, kitty. Meow. All good. Excellent. Let's get the show on the road. We're here at Louisaville. I'm very late. Meow. 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 Luis's homie is here. There's also another cat across the street. Meow. Meow. Hey, baby. Meow. You're making the meows. I might be able to pet you soon. Meow, meow. And yes, we are going to go home tonight and check in on Charlie for all of y'all. So sit tight on that one for you Charlie maniacs. Obviously, he's not at 100% yet, but he's making really good progress, and he's extremely cute, and he wants to get the heck out of the... Okay, kitty meow. Let me just check if your bowl has survived, because to be honest, I forgot to put new bowls in the back of my car, and I'm very limited. It's gone. Womp womp. All right, that's all right. Where'd kitty go? Meow. Oh, I see you. I see you. Oh, kitty. What a cutie. Hey there. Sniff? Can I get a sniff? Maybe a little tap tap? I'm gonna let you eat now, all right? Okay, let's go check in on other kitty. I'm actually surprised. Meow, meow. What's up, Suarty Arty? Exactly. Elijah is Braveheart. Or not Elijah. Charlie is Braveheart. All right, let's go check out other kitty. There used to be a bunch of cats that live there, but I guess they keep taking away their food there, so maybe they're feeding over there. But yeah, we got kitty. Here we are in Louisaville. Louisaville. All right, let's check in on this cat. When I used to feed in this area regularly several years back, obviously I'm feeding here regularly again, but when I used to feed here regularly, there were like 4 or 5 cats that lived in this this shop of some sort. There was a tortie, there was a tortie, there was a white cat, I think there was a ginger cat. There were a lot of cats, that's basically what I'm saying. That's just to say. So little dude went in there. Let's check out. What's up, Melanie? We're in Louisaville right now. Yeah, hopefully we do see Steve. I'd love to see. I always like it when we have wildlife that isn't kitty cats. You know, like there was that one time where we went here to Louisaville and we saw some skunks. Oh, you know, Melanie, it's another lovely evening in Los Angeles, California. I had terrible time management today at work, which is why we're so freaking late. But that's all right. But, all right, I want to see if anybody comes out here. Let's see. Let's observe Kitty. If Kitty comes. Come on, Kitty. All right, actually, you know what? for Kitty's sake, we're going to zoom in, because we can do that now, because the new iPhone is very good with the camera. And then I'm going to take several steps back, and hopefully Kitty comes out. Hi, little. All right, little tuxedo cat, yeah? All right. All right, what did I miss? What's up, Acandroid? Geo, I hope you're not too scared. Oh, Bambi. What's up? What's up, Julian? All right, we had that little black and white cat. All right. Hello. All right. In other news, Louisaville is doing very well. All right. We're going to let little girl eat down there. But I am going to try to preserve my container by throwing that down there. All right, let's head to, let's see if Steve is in the house. Steve in the house! He's actually doing pretty well, Mel and I. I'm not going to lie. He's adapting very well. I will say this. What's up, Bear? I went to, yeah, I agree with what Miranda Marion said. I don't think any animal can be evil. I don't, honestly, humans can be evil too, but even that, I think it's really more of a learned behavior than a natural behavior. Now, granted, there are some people who are just pieces of garbage by default, but I honestly do believe that that's in the minority of people by far. Most people who become bad, that's a nurture thing, not a nature thing. But regardless of that, because that's really not too relevant, but yeah, let's make our way through this homeless encampment. A quick slow down to see if there's any kitties out here. There are none. We continue to see if Steve is in town. But yeah, so yeah, Charlie is doing actually really, really well. He's adapting exceptionally well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on, folks. Can you see the fire? I can see the fire. What could possibly be going on? He's doing really... Oh my fucking God. What the shit, Biscuit? God. What the fuck it... I'm not going to call the fire department, but somebody should call the fire department. Just saying. I understand that homeless people need, it gets cold at night and they need to stay warm. But number one, it really isn't that cold right now. But number two, that fire was huge. Like, I know it was in a barrel, so all things considered, it's relatively contained for a homeless people fire. I've seen some way crazier ones, but yee! Holy crapaloni, man! Shit is dangerous! Then you're crack? Also, positively negative, you didn't need to call me a scumbag. You could just tell me that it's really irresponsible. I mean, I personally don't think that reading while driving is scumbag behavior. I will, however, say that criticizing random people just out of pocket like that is scumbag behavior. So, oops. You do you, fam. Anyways. My brother in Christ, I was doing less than 20 miles an hour on a very abandoned street. Like, if you got a problem, it's a skill issue on you for being a shitty driver. Not gonna lie, because that's really easy. Also, like, you've looked at your fucking nav screen, I'm sure, because you have no sense of direction in all likelihood. So, yeah, y'all ain't gonna tell me shit about driving while streaming on 25 miles an hour or less. No, right now we're parked because the primary thing isn't driving while streaming. The primary thing is taking care of homeless cats. Well, that's the topic we're getting back to. Yeah, no. And Mel and I, let's be honest. I can be a scumbag. I can engage in scumbag behavior. I just think it's kind of scumbaggy to just out of pocket first comment on my channel in the history of comments on my channel be like, scumbag. It's like, wow, that's really bitch-made behavior if I do say so myself. All right, let's check it out. Do we have any Steves in the house? No Steve, but we got a Void. All right, I also want to see what this feeding situation here is. Have they been taken care of? Void is going jogging. Poor Voidy. Here's a Tuxie cat. If I sound like Stuart Little, you're telling me that I sound like, what's his face? Who played Marty McFly? Because he also, Doc! Shit, what is his name? Fuck. Y'all are going to have to help me out here right now. I'm brain farting on Marty's name, and it's killing me. Who played Marty McFly? Great cat. Michael J. Fox. Thank you. That was him. And if anyone's telling me that I sound like Michael J. Fox, I'm going to take that as a compliment and let it roll. So thank you for the compliment, No Speed Limit 00. I do sound like Michael J. Fox. Yeah, Steve and Sharon are shagging somewhere. Okay. Let's drop off a couple of... Yeah, oh my God, shit. So thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Elijah. And thank you, Mel and I, for reminding me that it was Michael J. Fox. And my name was Michael J. Fox, but no, bitch, it's Danny Brown. I got some weed up in my socks. So, bitch, get high with you. Dude. Okay. All right. How many? Let's do 2, because they've got lots of food from my Southeast Asian friend, whose name I can't remember. I gotta have to rewatch the live to remember her name. But yeah, I thought she was Vietnamese, but once we killed the live, I saw her phone was bilingual, and I couldn't tell if the language was Cambodian or Thai or Laotian. But it was one of those Southeast Asian languages, but it wasn't one that was written in Roman characters like Viet. Where did Marvin run off to? Good question. I don't know. Marvin's in his room with Drake. Be careful. Hey, kitty, kitty. I've got food for you. Not a ton, but I've got some. You know, I know as far as kitties go. What's up, Gina? Yes, Dennis, I am indeed I'm in LA feeding feral cats right now. I'm in the Valley of LA specifically. Or not feral. I used to call them all feral, but now I call them homeless because like it's really a continuum of like actual ferals, strays, semi-socialized cats. So I just call them homeless at this point because like they might be feral, they might be stray, they might be fully socialized, you know, shop cats as it were. But they don't have a home. That's the thing. That's the biggest issue is that they have no home. They're homeless. I mean, look, as much as I'd love to be the solution to the homeless people problem of my city, can't do that. It's above my pay grade and it's above my expertise. But what I can do is make a little dent in my city's homeless cat population. So, you know, every little bit helps, I guess. I hope. I hope to think I'm doing a good thing, and I think I am doing a good thing. I've gotten a bunch of cats off the streets and into either forever homes or temporary homes where they're safe. And that's good. I like that. Well, I think it's good. I believe 'tis good. All right, let's see if any kitties show up and want to eat 'tis good food. Oh, what's up, Sense of Spence? Are these abandoned buildings? No, these are they're going to be very quiet right now because this is oh, you're out in Van Nuys, so you'll know exactly where I am, dude. Sense of Spence. I'm on Raymer between Laurel Canyon and Bel Air, right by the train tracks. But these are not abandoned buildings. This is an industrial area. Those are the train tracks over there. So there's a lot of, like, you can see, there's a lot, they store a lot of stuff here. And a lot of these businesses, like, there's a lot of stone merchants, for example, like, boom. Right when I needed to, like, pull one out, there's so many stone merchants over here. So yeah, here we got Southland Stone, USA Incorporated. And like, back here, I believe this is the back end of a strip mall, mini mall type situation. I think they have like stores here for like a shop. It's a shopping center. I can't remember which one though. Okay. Kitty, meow, meow. Yeah, Laurel's down over there, but yeah, pretty damn close. Okay, kitty. All right, I'm going to leave this one. We're going to go check it on Gino and maybe the main colony, and then we're going to head over to Charlie. No, I'm not trespassing. I'm actually on a city street. So I'm on public property. All right. All right, next colony. Next. I'm not a superhero. I'm lactose intolerant. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not lactose intolerant either. No, I don't want to go back to the fire. If you want to do like poverty safari, where you just like goon at people who are less fortunate than we are. There's all sorts of accounts on there, like fucking street people of Los Angeles, who, for the record, I do not co-sign at all. Fuck those guys. But yeah, if you want to go on a poverty safari on another account, we take care of homeless cats, and I only show you guys stuff like that if I go past it and if I see it. I don't seek it out because I'm very live and let live. If they want to live in peace and quiet, then God bless them. I'm not going to bother them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. We continue. But yeah, and for the record, I just want to say, since since it came up in my mind. Those Poverty Safari accounts where it's just like, let's go look at poor people, you know, let's go look at the homeless encampments of LA, or you know, the slums of Detroit or something, and it's just like, okay. Also, you suck because you're doing that, and your channel is monetized, so you're doing it to get money off these people, but none of that money. Jesus Christ, that Beamer's going fast. Really racing to a red light. Oh, Ismael, you missed Louisaville, but it's okay. We're going to Gino in the main colony right now, so just sit tight for less than 5 minutes, and we'll be there. I want to see how fast this dude goes. Go, guy, go! The fuck? You drive like an idiot. Oh, Melanie, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I know you're like, I want to see Charlie. I don't give a damn about it. No, I'm kidding. I don't give a damn about these other cats. I want Charlie. A very non-standard route to the colony, but I guess if it gets me there, it gets me there, right? Merc! Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of a case of couldn't help myself, Gina, but to be honest with you, it was because, and I shared this on the Discord. But Hector called me, or said, yeah, Hector called me a couple of days before I picked him up. I know that's a good reference, dude. I like that. Charlie bit my finger again. But yeah, so Hector messaged me and he said, hey, cause I told Hector, like, hey, if you see Charlie, call me immediately. Cause like I haven't seen him since last year. So Hector calls me and says, hey, I'm seeing Charlie. He looks sick. So I said, okay, next time I see him, I'll pick him up and see if I can take care of him. And so I did. He didn't look that sick, but he didn't look 100%, so I took him off the streets. He definitely has conjunctivitis. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I gave him a Dawn soap bath because he was filthy. I tried to just do it like, you know, with a moist towel, but it wasn't working. So I gave him the full Dawn soap treatment, which he did not like, but he did participate. So I appreciate him for doing that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a ma'am if I misgendered you. I wasn't talking about you. But that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, when I picked him up and when I first brought him in, I said I couldn't find any fleas. When I gave him the Dawn soap bath, I found 2 fleas, which is honestly not that bad, grand scheme of things. Okay. All right. See if Gino's here. Oh, I think he's doing all right. I think he's doing all right. Gino! Ow! Ow! Hey, G. Hey, G. What's up, dude? You know what's crazy is Gino looks just like that emoji. It's insane. Gino is that emoji. Hey, G. Isn't he, Ismael? He's such a good boy. I'm waiting to hear a definite if one of the people who live here is going to adopt him, because if not, he might be next after Charlie. He's very healthy and he's in a fairly safe space as far as the colonies I take care of are. But like, oh my God, look at this adoptable little goober. Also, y'all, these freaking insoles have been here for like 2 weeks now. And they need to be yeeted into oblivion, in my opinion. Also, you're watching nothing, but Gino's back here with me. Big G. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with the progress that's been made with Gino, because he's one of the ones that I TNR'd, and when I first fixed him and got him off the streets, he was really like feral and like he was very big scaredy. Bad karma, I'm gonna slather your ass with Sweet Baby Ray's and fucking grill you, dude. And I'm a professional chef, so you're gonna get done low and slow. You know the boiling frog experiment? That's gonna be you, but in a fucking vat of beef broth. Talk about eating cats. What a bitch. What an insufferable little twat. All right. Oblivion time. All right, actually, you know what? You guys get to see where they land. We're gonna face the camera that way and see where they go. Because you never know what you're gonna find on David Romano's channel, and tonight we're eating random insoles into the nether. All right, one more eat-a-thon, and then we feed Gino, and then we move on. Whee! They don't fly very well, these insoles. Oh! Bad Karma's got access to a J-Dam. Well, isn't that special? That's a violation of OPSEC, by the way. Also, the only J-Dam you're frickin' letting go is from Microsoft DCS, you little bitch-made bitch. Alright, I know you live in your mom's basement. You can't lie to me. You thought you're some little edgelord, you're fucking 13-year-old, your balls have barely dropped. And now you're getting publicly punked on the internet. Really reevaluate your life choices, because you fucked up. Like, I live paycheck to paycheck and my life's better than yours. Like, your life is shit. You'll never feel the love of somebody of either sex, same or opposite. Ice never seen 28 toes. Ice doesn't see a lot. No, he's just a little troll. He's not Chinese. He's just a troll. He's just a little bitch-made edgelord who thinks he's getting internet brownie points. Well, guess what? They don't have XP on YouTube Live. I'm not going to call for Fats. I don't think he's going to be here tonight. It's very late. All right, main colony check-in. Hopefully Denise the Menace is back. That's what I'm really hoping for. Also, what happened to little J-Dam, man? Did his fucking J-Dam fucking go rogue? Or what's it called? Broken Arrow? Maybe much like him when he sees when he's in a romantic situation, there was a premature detonation. Oh well. That's a real shame. Pack watch. Yeah, I've yet to see a polydactyl kitty like beyond like on the internet, but Hector tells me actually that there's actually at one of the colonies that he takes care of that I don't, he actually mentioned that they have a polydactyl cat at that colony. So maybe we'll start visiting that one. I want to see a polydactyl homeless cat. Meow. Meow. Will anybody come out tonight? I think it's too late for the cats. All right. But what I am going to do, because I'm a bit of a shitbird. All right, let's see what's going on. They have dry food. Meow! Meow! I'm hoping for Denise the Menace to pop in. But I'm not expecting very many people at all, to be honest with you. It's very late. In fact, it's midnight exactly. Yeah, what Gina said. Like I said, I don't expect to see any cats here tonight. It's way too late for cats, and I've noticed that if I come this late to this colony right now, they're just too nervous. So yeah, there's nobody here, unfortunately. Meow! Menace! Menace! Meow! Sorry about the spit there. Oh, that smells good. Some dude behind me is smoking some Loud Pack. I'm not going to put him on camera, though, because that's kind of fucked up. Okay, wait. Hold on. There is... Meow! You'll see the cat, right? Who is that? Dick Grayson, probably? Yeah. Dick Grayson! Meow! Dude, you're best friends with Big V. Can you go find him, please? I miss Big V. Can you go find Big V, Marble Cat, Menace? All them dudes? The ones who have not yet returned? Okay, DG, I'm going to give you some food, but I'm going to give it to you right here. Is that all right with you? Because whatever. I'm also going to engage in some buffoonery right now. Okay, Bear, stay well. Have a great night. You feel free to pop in on the tail end of the stream either tomorrow or later when we're at home with Charlie. Because that ought to be some good fun. All right. All these, wow, that guy's smoking some really dope weed. Like, it smells great. All right, all these little containers. Look at this, a big container. Puerto Rico for the win, indeed. I will say this. First off, the Super Bowl, the actual game, sucked. That was a terrible game. The game was basura for like most of the game until like the fourth quarter. So that was terrible, number one. And number two, I went to San Diego to watch the game with my former roommate Jeremy, who I don't hang out with nearly enough, but he's moving back to LA soon, I think, so that'll be cool. Yay, Jeremy. But all right. But we were watching the Super Bowl on he doesn't have like a TV antenna, so we were watching it on Peacock. And hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm messing up really badly, and I need to grab my tripod. I can't work and BS at the same time very well right now. Wow, that weed smells so good. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I don't smoke flower anymore, so like, oh. Hey, Lil V. All right, 2 cats tonight. We're still only doing 1 bowl of food because I don't see. I see nervous cats, but I don't see many cats. But yeah, we were watching on Peacock, and I don't know if any of y'all watched the stream on Peacock like I did, but did y'all have no bass whatsoever for the halftime show? Like, the mixing was absolute garbage. Like neither me. Look, I'm a college dropout photography major who's a chef. My Jeremy is he has a PhD in inorganic chemistry, and his girlfriend is she's a nurse practitioner. None of us are like musicians in any way, and we're all just going, what the hell is wrong with this mixing? Like, that's the thing. If audiophiles are complaining about the mixing, that's one thing. But if just normies are going, this is mixed terribly, that's a problem. Like, normies should not be calling out mixing. Oh, Mac 10, you must have watched the other halftime show, the pedophile halftime show. Hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, no, I watched the show on YouTube when I was driving to work today, and it was so much better with bass and with energy. So, yeah, love it. Well, I mean, most people do, generally speaking. You know, I mean, I'll bet you dollars to donuts all of y'all complaining about Bad Bunny show. Who gives a shit? Y'all watch the other show because y'all so bitch made you got butthurt about somebody singing in Spanish. No, Mac. It's like, oh no, an American que habla español, no manches, que chinga su pinche madre, en serio. Vete por carajo si tú crees que solo los americanos, disculpadme, vete por carajo si tú crees que todos los americanos solo hablan inglés. No manches, yo soy americano, yo nací aquí en americano, en América, en Los Ángeles, California, y yo puedo hablar español porque somos americanos. Americano no es inglés, americano es mitad inglés, mitad español. Oh, disculpadme, Mac-10, tú no puedes hablar español, tú eres pendejo. Si tú no quieres hablar en español, tú puedes seguir por otro live stream, disculparme. Nah. Oh, really? Wow, I'm an American citizen. They can't do shit about me. Yeah, the ones bitching about the halftime show are losers, but I would argue that the halftime show is a big thing. Like, that's why they had to do a second halftime show, because people got butthurt about somebody singing in Spanish. Look, Mac-10 is like, oh, speak English, when I'm speaking in not that good Spanish. You know? No. If you're talking about the Kid Rock halftime show, that was the pedophiles halftime show. But that's okay. You do you. Where would they deport me to? That's a good question, Gina. Technically, I'm a dual citizen, so that I think they would deport me to Israel, which would be great. But I'd also be like, bitch. Oh shit! Oh crap on a stick, dudes! Oh my god! Hold on 1 second. I'm like, what's squeaking? My trunk was still open. Nah, Dawn. I am weird. Oh, look, Mac-10 is simultaneously pro-Israel and an anti-Semite. That's great. Watch this, bitch. Ha ha! I love it when the people get haterade, think they're gonna win, but no, blocked. And then they're probably for a little tent. What the fuck dude? Oh, never mind. Yeah, weird is good. We like weird. You know what the opposite of weird is? Normies. Boring. Boring. But yeah, I bet Mr. Mac-10 is probably going, oh no, my free speech rights. He took away my free speech. I was arguing. Click. No, bitch. Your free speech does not extend to my chat. Exactly. I'm proud of being weird too. In fact, one of my default greetings, like when I say hello to people, is "Sup nerds" or "Sup dorks," and I don't mean it as an insult. I literally mean "What's up, my people?" because I am a nerd. I am a dork. I'm not too much of a geek, and I'm never geeked, but exactly. Go forth and be weird. I don't know about quirky. Quirky is for like Zooey Deschanel and nobody else. Brother in Christ, you need to not drive like an absolute bitch. My toxic trait is that I do not suffer fools on the road. You're getting on a freeway. We're doing 20. Come on, let's go. 20. 20. 25! You're getting on a freeway! The speed limit's 65! It's midnight! There's no traffic! Punch it! What the fuck are you? For the life life of me, dudes, I do not understand why people go slow on an on-ramp. Like, you're getting on a freeway. Match speed with the freeway. Anyways. Like I said, this is my toxic trait, and you guys have to suffer through it every now and then when I'm just going, bitch, get out of the way! Just, here's the thing, when I'm road raging or whatever, I don't know if it's full-on road raging. Yeah, that's also a toxic trait, but like, you know, it takes me like 30 seconds to, not even, it takes me half a second to glance at that. It's no different from me glancing at my nav directions or something like that, really. Like, it's just part of my scan. Like, I check my left mirror, I check my right mirror, I check my rear view mirror, I check the gauges in the road, and I really quickly check the street. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I know, Gina. I'm guaranteed to have a heart attack, but it's all good. But like, I'm also an idiot because like I enjoy stunting on people and showing you that it is really fucking easy to drive when there's no traffic on a straight line. Like, here we go through a vague curve, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. I can literally aura farm. It's easy. Driving is easy when there's no traffic. What's up, Daniel? I didn't fully see your message because, oh, happy Tuesday. Indeed. And for those of you are there any times, oh, okay, if you're in Hawaii and it isn't Tuesday yet, that's cool. I got viewers in Hawaii. And to everyone else, yes, happy Tuesday. Excuse me. Okay, all right. So yeah, actually, while we're schmoozing in the car, let's actually discuss something else. Because to me, the Super Bowl is a drama in three parts. It's the game, the halftime show, and the ads. And the game was terrible. The halftime show was good in the car once I watched the YouTube thing, but it was terrible when I was watching it live because Peacock didn't mix it right. And finally, we need to discuss the ads. So much AI in the Super Bowl ads. What? Why, if you were going slow, did you move to the left lane? But yeah, we gotta do something about these clankers, folks. Like, just say no to AI. You know what scares me too is because I've seen, like, I find my way to the shorts, the doom scroll feed a lot, and because I do cat stuff and I am a big fan of cats and I do cat rescue. I also get a lot of shorts related to cats. And lately I'm just seeing, like, a bunch of stuff that's obviously AI compiled where they just compile short clips of other people's cats. And I'm so, and they get views. They get money. And I'm just like, I'm terrified for the moment where where I'm scrolling through the shorts feed and one of those cat content is using my content. Like using my footage. Because you know they're just going, it's just data mining. They're just going through the internet and scraping up all the footage that they can find with cats in it. I've got hundreds of hours worth of footage of cats. And yeah, it is monetized. Yes, I do earn money off my videos. I'm lucky to earn a couple bucks off each video, not counting super thanks and stuff like that. But like ad revenue, I earn $1 per video, maybe. You know? And that's if the views are good. You know, these shorts that get, you know, these AI short creators where they just, they farm clips that other people have made, and then they just, you know, they put them together and, you know, they use that sound effect, like, you know, where they do one short clip, cat core, cat core. And it's just like, okay, cat core, but whose cats are those? Whose footage are you stealing? You know, so I'm I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrified for the moment where I'm doom scrolling through fucking YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or something, and I see one of those cat video compilations and they're using my cats. Alright, for all of you who have been so kindly and patiently waiting, fear not, we shall be home momentarily for Charlie Cam. Also, this is not, this is more me speaking directly to Elijah, the mod with, oh, bumps in the road. The mod with the most. Elijah, I also made you a moderator on the Discord, so you can now send invite links without needing me to leave the stream to make one for you. So, thumbs up to that one. We're at a red light. But yeah, I do think effective advertising can be a really beautiful art form of its own, and for me, all the freaking AI ads were just, it was disheartening. Like, there weren't that many, like, most of the ads were kind of shit. Like, or if they were AI, they were just shit by default. Like, where's the, I mean, like, there were some good ones, like the Coca-Cola bears needing therapy because they prefer Pepsi was hilarious. And, what else? Oh yeah, what was the one I thought that was real? Oh, Bill Shat for Raisin Bran was hilarious. And oh yeah, and I always love the Budweiser Clydesdale ads. Like, Budweiser and those Clydesdales, they know what they're doing. They really know how to make a good ad. I know it's kind of emotionally manipulative. I don't care. I love the Budweiser Clydesdales. I'll say it with my full chest. Ew, a Cybertruck? Gross. You drive a car made by a Nazi and it's rusting very quickly because it's made of stainless steel. It's like, it could not be me, my friend. Okay. Alright. This time I'm not, like, desperate for a whiz when we're getting into my apartment. So let's see if this works. Oh, See, I don't follow Australian news nearly well enough, but yeah, I mean, look, you know what the crazy thing is, Elijah? If they only got, and this is where we're at where I'm at as an American, if they only got beat up, then they walked away with their lives. You know, I mean, that isn't to say that it's right. Hold on. All right, let's drop the camera here. Let's see if this works this time. Please somebody tell me that A, we're still alive, and B, you got that cultural reference. Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bang. What's up, Sideways SI? Perfect timing. You're getting into the home cats and lock sport time. Also, what's up, Amber Glaze? Also, what's up, Patrick Morrison? You got hit in already. Nice. Let's see. Yes, thank you for removing that, dude. Anybody who licks the boot can exit stage left from my chat. Okay. Look, it's Louisa from outside. If you like Jesus, oh, Rona, stick around for a little bit longer. We're about to see Charlie. Just give me a few more seconds. But yeah, my thoughts on Jesus are no thoughts. If you want to do religion, you do you. I personally was born Jewish, raised Orthodox, and am currently atheist. So my views on Jesus are really irrelevant. But like I said, you do you. Whatever gets you through the night. Nah, you're not gonna shame me. That's not how that works. You know, I try to be a good person regardless of Jesus. Like, if you need Jesus to be a good person, then you're kind of a piece of shit if you ask me. Because, like, I just try to be a good person because it's the right thing to do. Charlie! And for the record, this is not to, also you can see poops. He is pooping. And like, here's the thing. Like I said, I was brought up Orthodox Jewish. My parents are still Orthodox Jewish. Like, religion is in my family. It's in my bones. I am just not a person of faith. No. You're Charlie Kirk. I'm not. No. Okay. So you're telling me, by the way, forging through the fire, mixed milk and meat in your life. You've never eaten the flesh of an animal that does not chew its cud. Because if you're taken from the Bible, you can't pick and choose. You have to take everything from the Bible. Everything. Beach Boy. And I'll also point out, because it's from my book. You can't fuck around. It's my book. It's from my people. You know, y'all misinterpret my book. Keep in mind, in the Old Testament, it also says you must eliminate the Amalekites, every single one of them, men, women, children, and beasts, for they are evil. And we don't know that. But I'm going to go ahead and say, men, women, children, and beasts, that sounds like a genocide to me. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't promote that. So yeah, we don't, yeah. Humans wrote the Bible and humans are fallible. Hey, see? You know? Oh, and for the record, you asked me for my thoughts on Jesus. I gave you my thoughts on Jesus, where I basically said it's not for me. But if you're, and you literally said, "quote Shame on you, brother." So clearly, clearly, you do think that we need religion or God for morals, because if I don't have God and I have good morals, then we don't need religion. So do you see how you're kind of fallacy right now? Okay, Rona, thank you for stopping by. Isn't he? So yeah, guys, isn't he doing so well? Good boy. Certified Charlie boy. Charlie Murphy. Oh, we're shrimping? We're shrimping? We're shrimping? Yeah. Also, look, like, filthy, filthy, filthy. So, Gina, he did not enjoy it at all, like, at all, but yeah, no scratch marks. But yeah, he did not like it, but, you know, I'm sorry if you don't like it, but you were very filthy. That's right, you were very filthy, and now you're not. But like, you gotta think. See, I couldn't, cause I'm left-handed. I missed the right side of his jowls, so there's still a bit of gray there. And like, look, compare that to the rest of his fur, where I did get. Like, it's hilarious. Cause like, cause I'm scrubbing with my left hand, so I'm doing this. So I got his left side of his face, but not the right. Anywho. Big C. I also think he also definitely, he's also been oldish. So we were actually discussing this in the last stream, Melanie, and I think the hive mind has come to, he's probably around 7. Which seems about right. I've known him for probably about 3 years now, so he's at least, and he was fully grown when I met him, so he's at least 4 or 5. And I would hazard to guess that he's probably closer to 6, 7, 8 years old, which is, he's in pretty good shape for his age. On the streets. I mean, I think for most food manufacturers, they classify 7+ as a senior cat. So, yeah. Good boy. Very good boy. Yeah. I know you want to escape, but you can't. You still have you still have the conjunctivitis. Yeah, I know. I tend to agree with you. I mean, look, unfortunately, Louisa is very much not going to make it to that age, but, kidney disease is a bitch sometimes. Ow. Okay, forging through the fire. I just gotta tell you, we talked about religion or whatever, but we're going cats now. Like one of the few rules, in my chat is no proselytizing. So please stop. I'm not going to accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Also, for the record, the chicken thing is done by only the most religious of the most religious. Most people give money instead now because animal cruelty is a thing. But you do you. He's not very happy with me, but he's getting his terramycin. Alright, you got his terramycin. We're gonna go pick a few locks, but not too many, because it's past 12:30. The autocorrect is hilarious, Elijah, but yeah. Have a great night, Mel and I. Stay well. And yeah. Later, middle. Alert. Try to my fair. Alright. Louisa! Baby blue! Benny. What's up, Vic? Hey, boop. All right. Hey, Benny. Catting around, indeed, we are. But now we're moving to the lockpick section of the night. So I picked this guy up from a Lovelock location in San Diego. It's in pretty dingy. Oh, that's amazing, Gina. I'm sure that kitty thanks you every single day. Thank you. But yeah. So yesterday, because the seller was on Facebook Marketplace in the San Diego area, I picked up two keyless locks. So we got this really nice Schlage KS43 that says San Diego Gas and Electric on it, and this massive Yale 870 that says CDF, which I'm not sure, but maybe California Department of Fish or something like that. But yeah, to give you all an idea of how massive this 870 is, here's an 840. That is a big chunker of a lock. Forestry, that would scan actually, because this looks like a YPA keyway, which is the one used by the U.S. Forest Service. But yeah, I tried to pick them while watching the Super Bowl yesterday, but I failed miserably because I wasn't really concentrating. I was blind picking, and also these two together are really heavy. So I'm like, let me try it with a vise. So let's see if we get anywhere with a vise. Keep in mind, I've not picked this thing yet, and I have no idea what's going on with it, but it should be it does seem to have some sort of restricted keyway on it, but it doesn't seem to be Everest or Primus or anything like that. And it should be all standard pins, so it shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't. Operative word here being shouldn't. The one thing I'll say is that these Schlage padlocks tend to have exceptional tolerances for what they are. Like, don't get me wrong. Are they, like, you know, are they the greatest tolerance in the world? No, absolutely not. But they're really good for what they are. I think I might be using the wrong profile here, though. Let's try it with the gentle reach. Okay, Gina, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad all the cat people got a chance to see Charlie in his natural habit, well, his new natural habitat. Oh. I mean, let me temporarily unhide you because I think that was an honest question. Please don't be an edgelord and make like nose jokes that are like not in good faith. But the honest answer is mucus is a thing. I sniffle. Pick what? My nose or the lock? I'm picking the lock. We don't pick noses here. That's gross. Also, Vic, keep in mind, you were hidden by my mods, and I unhid you because I thought your question was in good faith. If you're not, you're gonna get re-hidden. Because I usually don't like to counteract the choices my mods make when they're probably right. You know, I'll be the first one to say, hey, mods, that might have been an overreach. I'm not sure about this one. I'm giving you the chance. Because if I'm honest, no, Libertarian, he absolutely does not. But keep it pushing. But yeah, honestly, the answer is is mucus. Like you know, the body is a beautiful and self-regulating carnival of horrors. So yeah, if it gets dry, the body will make more mucus and sweat and saliva to counteract that. So as long as you're hydrated, mucus is the answer. For the lock pickers in the chat, I swear to you, picking these Schlage padlocks is like trying to pick a freaking Sargent mortar cylinder. Their tolerances are just really good sometimes. Like, I guess you know what I could do? Because it might work, is I can give raking a shot. Like I said, it should be all standard pins. I'm going to want to see if I can actually pick lock. The lock is in a vise, Hunter. I must also stress, please, lockpicking is a fun and entertaining and calming hobby, at least when you're opening locks. Right now, I'm very frustrated. Not kidding. But do not pick locks you do not have permission to pick or do not own, because that's breaking and entering, and that's a felony. And if y'all... Yeah, it really ain't got no... I don't know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. All right, you know what? We are going to give it a shot. All right, let's see if we can maybe rake this slightly. All right. 4-peak, 5-peak, Bogota. I don't know. Oh, look. Random 440 tap. Let's try 5-peak to start with. And yes, I am using gorilla tension right now. Benny, you're not especially impressed with my inability to pick this one Schlage lock? Why don't you come over and do it for me? Also, hold on one second. This is just skill issue right now, but I need a heavier vise. Everything is sliding around like crazy. Hey, hey. Oh yeah, Chris, it absolutely is, especially when you're blind picking a lock that you've never seen the keys to, you don't know what's inside it, you don't know anything about it because you bought it sight unseen on Facebook Marketplace. But it's okay. Let me keep sandbagging a little bit and be like, but yeah, we gotta figure this sucker out. All right. All right. Where's my Bogota rake? Let's see if we can Bogota that sucker. Thanks, Chris. Well, so I'm really satisfied with the way this wood handle came out. Yes, that's JB Weld to fill in some cracks, but... No, that won't work, Luminous Echo. This uses a ball bearing locking mechanism, so it's not vulnerable to friendly fire like that. These are actually good locks. These aren't, like... I can't even say these aren't master locks. Master locks use ball bearing locking mechanisms now. Master locks don't really have that vulnerability for the most part. Like, this is not... I don't have Chinesium locks. Sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. All love and respect to McNally for what he does, but that's not what this channel is doing. Unless, like I said, except unless I do it ironically just for shits and giggles. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yes, I am indeed on LPU's Discord. I'm not super active on it at this point. I'm a little more active on Lady Lox's Dragon's Lair and on my own Discord server for my channel. But yeah, I'm not super active on LPU anymore. But yeah, my username is the same as my YouTube. There, it's... Oh, you mean the link to join my own personal Discord? It's not in the channel, but if you want, I can have Elijah put a link in the chat for a few seconds. Oh, Luminous Echo. This is a Schlage KS43 padlock with a restricted core, which... Okay, there's no side pins. But yeah, unlike your garden variety master lock, which can be punked with a rake, this actually has really, really, really good tolerances. So it's kind of hard to embarrass this thing with rakeage, but that's okay. I think we just had some core movement just there. So we're making slow but steady progress. Benny, what are you doing? Benny, Benny, Benny. Sweet new members in the Discord. Benny. Benny's wilding behind me. Also, fear not. I'm still holding tension. Up, up. Yes! Oh, that's a very heavy spring. All right, actually, hold on. Easier to hold bottom of the keyway. What the f... Oh, there's no... I didn't notice the retainer. The retainer screw is not in place. So it just... It yeeted the shackle into oblivion. Okay, hold on, folks. Let me see if I've got a backup of those. It should take the same, like, Federal Lock, Pack Lock. For those of you who don't know, by the way, these Schlage padlocks are actually made by Federal Lock in Taiwan. That's why they are so well made. All right, let me see if I got a spare retainer in my drawer of many things. You know what? This might be it. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, we got a retainer pin now. Oh, I love having spares sometimes. Oh, thank you, Murat. I try to be entertaining. All right, time to gut, or at least, well, I don't think we're gonna full gut this thing, but we are going to take it apart, so I can get at the cylinder without having to hold this open. Because, like I said, actually, this is holding itself pretty good right now. It has. I'm gonna give this to my mom because I call her Ma and be like, "Hey, Ma, I got you a lock." All right, actually, while I have it like this, let me turn that. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to leave it like this for now so I can do a pretty deep cleaning. All right. Come on. Oh, no. Not playing along. All right, there's the spring. There's Louisa. Hey, Louisa. Hey, Weege. What was that? Oh, the ball bearing. Oops. I dropped the retaining or the rotation limiter wafer thing. All right. The good news is it's a standard kick cylinder, which means I will be able to put whatever I want in this lock. The problem is I don't have any really good spare kick cylinders with keys right now, but that's all good. I can solve that problem in due course. Speaking of problems, I may or may not have just dropped the actuator completely. Whoopsies. All right, the reason I dropped the actuator is because there's no shackle in place either. So let's drop that ball bearing back in. All right, Chris, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thank you for the sub, and hope to see you again soon. Oh, Jesus, wow, that... Is this the wrong size ball bearing? Because that should not be able to fall through like that. Picker chat, correct me if I'm wrong. These ball bearings should not be able to fall through the holes like that. They should be captured, shouldn't they? What's up, Jessica? Right now we are taking apart a lock that I bought off Facebook Marketplace with no keys. So we are... Nah, this ain't right. Because I have... Hold on. You know what we're going to do? Because look, that's captured on the... right? Yeah. All right, that's not going through on that side. But then this guy's falling through on the shackle side. Yeah. But, all right, you know what? Actually, come to think about it, hold on. Hold on. All right. I don't have another KS43, but I do have a KS42, which is the same lock except hardened steel instead of brass. And yeah, I think these are... No, you know what? How we're going to find out, actually? Is we're going to... Is it 7/64ths? I think it is. Oh, watch. This thing is in metric. Please don't be in metric. Please be 7/64ths. It's in metric. So I do enjoy fixing stuff, but more to the point, I like picking locks, and I like fidgeting with, I like figuring out how things work, especially mechanical things. So anything I can like fidget with, love it. All right, will this fall through? No. And no, double no. All right, yeah, need to find a bigger ball bearing too. That's weird, though. It shouldn't be like that. That's very, very odd. Also, I'm not going to lie, but this one I found on the ground, and it didn't have... Well, it actually didn't have a core in it. The Corbin Russwin core I got separately. But it doesn't have the rubber bumper, and I'm not going to lie, I need that rubber bumper back in my life. It's kind of triggering my OCD, I'm not going to lie. I don't actually have OCD. But it's like, it's triggering the obsessive tendencies in my ADHD. So that's a problem. All right. See about a ball bearing that fits. All right. Everyone behold Benny and David's Land of Misfit Toys. This is the box full of, I don't know what the heck's going on here, folks. So, like, we've got Pack-Lock bodies that were Love Locks. American Lock bodies. Rando shackles galore. Just, like, shackles for days. But that's not the important part. The important part is we got ball bearings. We have much ball bearings. Okay, the size that didn't work was yay big. Let's try, that's too big. Let's try that one, that should fit, hopefully. Okay, so that one's captured. Does this fit? Too big. That's too big. This one. Captured. Beautiful. Yeah, Jessica, if you enjoy fixing stuff and you enjoy tinkering, lockpicking is a lot of fun. It is very dangerous, though, I warn you. You're going to start off with one lock, and then pretty soon you're going to have a cat, and then locks for days, and then more locks over there, and then more locks on display, and then keep in mind that this is, and more locks on your coffee table, and then keep in mind that this is only one room of my apartment. There are more. There are more locks in other locations. It's a very slippery slope, is what I'm saying. You start off with just one lock, and then about a year and a half later, actually more like 6 months to a year later, your whole house is suddenly covered in locks and lock parts, to the point where you literally have, and I shit you not, an entire shelf of locks that you are planning on selling on eBay, but you're just too lazy to post them, so they just stay here gathering dust. All of these locks are for sale. I haven't posted them. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. All right, let me quit bullshitting and let's reassemble. We're not going to reassemble the core because I still need to gut it, but my trays are gunky and full of crap right now. All right. Okay, that went in. We have 2 ball bearings in. What do I want to do? Let's do the actuator next. All right. We got the 2 ball bearings. Now we got to drop in the actuator. I hear Baby Blue coming. Baby Blue! Yeah, Elijah's prize lock is... Where is it? Right here. Yeah, I gotta put that in the mail. Elijah, I'm actually gonna send you a second prize, which I think you'll enjoy quite a bit. Let me show you it whenever I find the damn thing. It's a bit of a work in progress type situation, but it's hella cool all the same, and I don't use it, and I feel... So, yeah, Elijah, this is also going to be in your present. It's a medium hook where the handle is got whiskers in it. It's a whisker handle lockpick. It's very much a proof of concept for me because I was trying to make an epoxy handle, and all I could think of was to make it out of JB Weld. So this is the handle is just clear JB Weld, but the pick tip is made by Covert Instruments, so it is a 301 high yield tip, and yeah. So, so Jessica, so towards the end of last year, I crossed 2,000 subscribers. I'm now at about 2,300, so we're making progress. But late last year, I crossed 2K subscribers, and so I did a 2K subs giveaway where you had to do a couple of things, nothing too big, and then we had a drawing for who won, and Elijah won. And the drawing was for this absolutely beautiful Paclock FSIC 1B with a Schlage Everest Primus in it. I don't know what you're reading, my dude, but you do you, fam. All right. Now, for the tricky part. Oh, no, shit. That one fell through too? Really? Yeah. So hopefully we'll do a 2,500 subs giveaway whenever we get there too, but most of my channel is only partially dedicated to lockpicking. It's mostly caring for and rescuing homeless cats, and so I think the next giveaway, excuse me, I'm gonna try and be a little more inclusive for the kitty cat people who want to take part but don't know how to pick locks. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that a few more I was hoping that a few of the cat people would like be willing to take on the challenge of learning how to pick a lock, but it just didn't happen. And that's okay. That is okay. But yeah, the next giveaway is definitely going to be a little bit more focused on, or is going to be a little bit more inclusive of the cat peeps. Yeah, I do cat rescue, Jessica. So there's many much cats in this in this on this channel. And are you speaking? Are you Pinoy, Demi? Because I don't speak Filipino. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. I'm off screen again. My brother in Christ, when you don't need to use the N word, number one. Number two, you said Iku na surabi nulu. And what is Nebrias Oru? That's not English. That's literal. So like, I'm sorry if it's not Tagalog, but it's not a language that I speak. So like, I don't know. And for the record, of course I didn't steal them. It's a dumbass question to ask. Although for people who do steal locks, let me make a suggestion. Don't videotape your crimes and don't talk about them on video. It's really not a wise choice. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was Tagalog, Dimi, I work as a chef, but I cook for assisted living facilities. Naturally, all the CNAs and LVNs are Filipino. All right, you do you, fam, then. You know what? I'm coming to the realization that there just might be that this hole just might be oversized because I can't find a ball bearing that fits through. But like there must have been there must have been an issue with y'all are gonna that's what she said me, and that's fine. There must be it must have been drilled wrong. Whoever did the drilling really fucked up. Okay, but because of that, and because it's going to fall, if I don't, we have to actually reinsert the shackle first to hold. The stupid ball bearings in place, which is why it's a very good thing that I had a spare shackle retainer. Yeah, you're probably right, Elijah. Or they, you know what they did? I know what they did. They, all right, cool. So I don't really buy very much on Facebook Marketplace, Jessica, but I majored in photography, so I have a huge camera collection. you know, and yeah, and I'm a chef, so um, I have a lot of I do definitely troll like Facebook Marketplace and like yard sales and Craigslist and whatnot for used chef's knives if I can get a really good deal and stuff. Yeah, and I'm also just a gearhead. Like I like cars extremely a lot. Okay. All right, y'all, we got everything put back together except the core obviously, but that's we'll get to that later. Um and quite quickly, operation check. Let me get, what the heck is a cigarette lighter doing in my gutting kit? Oh look, somebody who thinks I'm McNally. There's actually a short on my YouTube if you want to see me imitate McNally, but that's really not what we're going for here. Also, there's no core in the lock, so yeah, McNally would probably have opened this up already. But yeah, let's check for shackle poppery. Yeah. Shit! Because there's no core! David, you should have just left the shackle open. What y'all missed is that reclosing the shackle relieved all the pressure on the ball bearings and allowed the actuator to fall out, which is real big brain behavior. Yeah, that's cool that you do modeling. Yeah. What's up, Silvana? We're still here. We're still here. We're rocking and rolling. Give me a second to put this lock back together, and you can have it, and I will show you Charlie, because Charlie's doing real good here in the house. Okay, get in the. That's what she said. Get in there. Jesus. Cats upstairs are going crazy. Yeah. Come on, actuator. Sorry, I'm not showing y'all what I'm doing. I'm being a very bad YouTuber. I need to get that actuator back seated. Come on, you. There we go. All right, got that sucker situated. Now, time to open it so that the ball bearings are in tension, and so is the actuator. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this. This is actually an American Lock official follower. And so I'm going to reach in with this and actuate that little triangular bit. which will pop the core. And this time we're going to leave the core up so the actuator doesn't fall out. However, because I don't want to lose things, I'm also going to take the core, which is picked, and the cylinder retainer thing, and the anti-bypass wafer, which is also a rotation limiter. So this is primarily just me making sure I don't lose stuff. So I'm going to put this with the padlock like that for now. And next, I think we'll give this this 870 a shot for a little while. But first off, Silvana's in the house. We got to show y'all Charlie. Oh, I'm so sorry, Silvana. I hope you feel better soon. That sucks. Yeah, Emily is chilling. Ben is very, wow, relaxus maximus. Yeah, you. We're talking about you, dude. You're kind of a goober, but I love you. Yeah, sideways. For my first, I've picked tons of 840s and 850s, but this is my first 870. Like I said, I don't know if you saw, but like this is an 840. Like this is you versus the one they tell you not to worry about, for real though. Yeah, toothaches freaking suck. All right, let's go check in on Charlie for Silvana and for Jessica. So Jessica, while you caught me picking locks right now, the primary aim of this channel is to take care of kitty cats. Most of the ones you see here, not counting this one, him I got from the shelter with my ex, but yeah, Benny was a street rescue. Louisa is Weege. Okay, she's still alive. Louisa has stage 4 kidney disease, so she's actually going to have to cross the Rainbow Bridge soonish. It's going to suck, but I gave her 3 years of life. Beep, beep, blue. Baby Blue is also a rescue. He's very relaxus maximus right now. And finally, our latest pull off the streets. He's in quarantine because he has conjunctivitis right now. So I can't have him intermingling with the other kitties too much. But yeah. Charlie. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. So yeah, this dude came off the streets late last week, I want to say. Was it Friday or Wednesday? I think it was Friday. It was Friday, so yeah. What's crazy is Charlie is actually one of the guys, I was the one who gave him this, well, I didn't give it to him, but I was the one who trapped him to give him the ear tip. I was the one who got him neutered. When I met Charlie, he was gross. Now, he's a beautiful boy. Yeah, his socialization on the streets went yeah, he does. The Terramycin's doing a great job. You know, big shouts out to you, Silvana, because you were the one who told me that I could get it on Amazon, and I'm using the Amazon Terramycin, and it's working a treat, and I got it for like $20. So big shouts out to you. And also for those of you who take care of cats, yeah, if your cat has an eye infection, you can get terramycin for like $20 on Amazon.com. It's like 3 times that price if you get it through a vet or a Chewy. So heads up, like not everything can be found on Amazon for cheap, but terramycin can be. Yeah. So yeah, big shouts out to Silvana because she's on to that. But yeah, it's a saver, and like conjunctivitis is not uncommon in cats. So having, being able to have that in reserve just in case, especially when you do rescue like I do, is great. Because like, yeah, we got Charlie in the house, and like the first thing I was like, oh, his eyes are red and inflamed. He has conjunctivitis. Boom, I have terramycin for the dude. Now, Opa. Oh, look at this dude. Bell's Unlimited. Okay, see. Yeah. Honestly, Charlie is doing so well. I'll say first off that if any of my subscribers want to adopt Charlie and make him their cat, y'all are welcome to. Just get in contact with me and we can maybe figure something out, especially if you live in the West Coast. If you live in the East Coast, it's going to be a little, or outside of America, a little bit more difficult. But if you live in the American West Coast, let me know if you want to adopt Charlie. Get in contact with me. But that being said, honestly, there's a chance that when his antibiotic course is done, I might put him up for adoption before I put Sunny and Sully up, because it'll be easier to get him to get a single cat adopted than a bonded pair, especially because he's very, very social, whereas Sunny is socialized, but Sully is not up. For Jessica, actually, over a year ago, I took Charlie's final litter off the streets, and they're still waiting for their forever home because I refuse to separate them. They're a bonded pair. But yeah, Charlie. Hey, Big C. Like, yeah, the picture, like the thumbnail image was me just holding Charlie like a good boy he is. I know you don't want me to flip you upside down, but you're so cuddly upside down. Big stretch. Bleh. Yes, I know I'm torturing you. I know. You life, but now it's much easier for now. So yeah, I think we might put up Charlie for Forever Home candidacy first. I really should have messaged the rescue I work with and said like, I was going to message the rescue about the Sunny and Sully, but the day I was going to message the rescue was the same day I found out that Louisa was stage 4. So I was like, it kind of knocked the wind out of my sails a bit. But yeah, I might contact about Charlie first. I wish that, or I might just ask like, hey, look, I'm putting up these bonded pairs, but you even said it might take up to a year to get the bonded pair adopted. Can I also like, this guy's going to go fast. Yeah, like Charlie is like really an exceptional cat. I might actually, like I said, I've been trying to get my parents to get a second cat for their cat because they're always leaving town and their poor cat looks just so lonely and bored sometimes when I go visit him. Charlie would make an excellent second cat because he's chill, he's older, he doesn't mess with other cats and other cats don't mess with him, as it were. Be a great, it'd be a great addition to my parents' kitties, because Monty is a bit standoffish. Monty is the name of their cat, and he's a bit standoffish about other cats that are very high energy. But this guy's chill. Okay, see, I gotta go, man. Jesus Christ, I just realized it's 1:35. Ah! You see? While we were away, the timer on my light went off. It's trying to tell me to go the fuck to sleep. Baby Blue. Yeah, see, Baby Blue, when he came off the streets, he also had conjunctivitis, as well as chlamydia, but, you know, he's doing a lot better now. All right, we're in a dark room. You see, you stare into the void stares back. Benny! All right. Cat. Oh, that's great. The thing I worry about with getting rid of the cats on Facebook is that, especially in a big city like Los Angeles, where I am, is that there are some real wonderful individuals, and by that I mean absolute pieces of human shit that will... Sorry, y'all, I had to switch my light back on. But yeah, there are some absolute pieces of human garbage that will, yeah, that will be like for dog fighting rings or shit like that. And I'm just like, yeah, so that's why, like, when I do get my cats adopted out, I either make sure they're going to somebody I know very well that will, you know, take good care of the cats, or I do it through a rescue that, you know, that the same thing is, you know, their primary focus is the welfare of the animals. All right, we're going to give this guy a shot for a little while, but I'm looking at the clock, and it's quite late. Yeah, what Silvana says, big time ditto for me. But yeah, we're going to give this guy a shot for a little while, but I'm honestly not going to try too hard. I'm just happy we got the frickin' Schlage open. This is going to be a bit of a bitch, and also I can't change the core on this one, and I don't have YPA blanks right now. Assuming this is YPA, which I'm guessing it is. Excuse me, pardon the yawn. For those of you who are talking like, oh, he must be, you know, you can't believe it, but unfortunately it's true, Jessica. It sucks. Like, I don't like to believe that people are like that, but unfortunately it happens. But yeah, for those of you who are like, he's speaking clear as mud. When I'm referring to a keyway, I'm referring to the shape of the keyhole. Yes, we are reload. We are lock picking. Well, we're lock schmoozing right now, but like, you know, that, you know, so that's why, like, so when I talk about the keyway, I'm talking specifically about the shape of the keyhole, but the technical term would be keyway. All right, Silvana, rest up and feel better. But yeah, by the looks of this, so this is a Kwikset KW1 blank, and as you can see, it's similar, but it's not going in. I'm guessing this, when I say YPA, that's a code done by the Yale Lock Company. One of the most common. So, like, case in point, okay, Jessica, hope you subscribe. But yeah, like, case in point, this is a YGA keyway. This one, I believe, is YPA, which is a very limited use keyway that's almost exclusively used by the U.S. Forest Service. And the reason I'm guessing, and like, I can't remember who said it, but Yeah, somebody pointed out earlier that CDF probably stands for California Department of Forestry, and so I'm guessing that this is the Forest Service keyway. That's my guess. But like I said, I'm out of YPA. I don't have any YPA blanks right now, and because it's the Forest Service keyway, there are blanks available, but they aren't necessarily cheap. So I don't know how long it's going to be before I actually get around to making a key for this guy. If I ever make a key for this guy. I probably will, because for cool points, I need to have an 870 that works. Yeah, New Britain, Connecticut, originally. Or no, New Britain is yeah, a lot of New Haven. Well, that's Yale, the college. I'm talking about Yale, the lock manufacturer. Benny. No, where was the pick I used to? Where did it? Sorry about this. No. No. Where's my other pick? It is in my dick. No, it's not. It's in the floor. Yeah, not a bad idea, Jessica, but one thing, and this is where the clankers really kind of fall down. This keyway profile is very similar to some of the most common. A lot of keyway profiles are similar but slightly different, and it's that slight difference exactly where AI falls down, and it's also exactly where human skills shine, funnily enough. Because, like, case in point, hold on. 1 second, quite quickly. Let me do a case in point example. All right, hold on. This is just as an example. Behold, 2 locks with very, 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 I mean very similar keyways. And as a matter of fact, it kind of works, but it doesn't want to. So yeah, just to clarify, this is Kwikset KW1. This is extremely common in America, and this is Lockwood LW5. It's probably the most common keyway in Australia. And they're very similar, and like I said, the Lockwood key will fit in the Schlage, or in the Kwikset lock, but the Kwikset key, it kind of fits, but I'm really forcing it, and I really shouldn't. And like, it only fits for these low cuts, because once it gets to the high bit, it's too fat. So like, that's why it goes in okay, but then it kind of slows down over here, because it just gets stuck. As you can see, the key's not fully inserted. So yeah, and the thing is, both of these keyways are very close to this keyway. And like I said, this is where humans, you know, really excel, is we can tell these small differences. AI is just going to look at this keyway and go, it's Kwikset KW1, because, like I said, close, very close as far as shape goes. Actually, mirror images of each other now that I look at it. Well, like, they're mirror images, but it's probably going to go, oh, look, it's KW1 backwards. Or something like that. But it's not KW1. Like I said, I bet you it's YPA. I just don't have any blanks for that particular keyway at the moment. And because like I said, it's not copyright protected or anything, but because it's the keyway used by the U.S. Forest Service, the blanks are just very, very, very expensive, assuming it's YPA. But like I said, hold on, actually, you know what? Let me grab my key blank reference from upstairs, and let's see if I'm correct. Hold the phone. All right. Behold, the Ilco key blank manual. For North American cylinders only. This is a great resource for pickers and locksmiths because it shows the keys, pretty much every keyway in America, its keyway profile, and this is crucial, on letter size paper, these keys are to scale. This is 1-to-1. So like, this is Lockwood, but this is American Lockwood, not Australian Lockwood. Two different companies. Like, let me see if I can get to, or L, so just before that should be K, Ilco, H-I-J-K, Kyle, or Keel. Baby blue. So like I said, KW1, and should be 1-to-1 scale. You see, obviously there's stuff showing because this is a blank and this is a cut key, but like I said, it's 1-to-1 scale. So you can also look and do like a keyway comparison. But like I said, my guess is that this is, and no, it's too many pages for my stapler to staple it shut, and I didn't put it in a binder like I should have, so I'm lazy. But let's go to Yale. There's a lot of Yale. All right. All right. It's not there. 997 PA. Looks about right. I think I'm right. I think it's YPA. This is what I'm talking about. 997 PA. When I say Y, I just mean Yale. But that looks right, I think. Any advance on that? No, these are the sectional keyways. That's not that. Watch, it's not even a Yale keyway. No, it is a Yale keyway. It's a Yale lock using a Yale keyway. All right, I'm guessing it. Okay, it's not sectional. It's not these. Oh my God, see, these multi-section keys are crazy. All right. No, that's the wrong direction. None of these are the thing. I think I was right. I think it was YPA. Or 997 PA, specifically. Hey, baby blue. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, the chat GPT clued in on yeah, that's Yale Y1 that they're talking about. Yeah, the Yale paracentric keyway is very, very common. It's so common, actually, that it shows up like 5 times in this frickin' manual. Because, like, you get the miniature version, which is Y52. And then you get all, like, the versions. LA. But yeah, the big one is, and where is it on the sheet? Yeah, no, this is definitely not Y1 or Y2. That's not it. Because, yeah, Y1 and Y2, they're the same keyway, just Y1 is 5 pins and 6. Yeah. So yeah, Y1 is this one right here. So you can see the shape isn't very close, actually, in this case, unfortunately. Like, I've got, like, here's actually convenient. This isn't a perfect Y1, but this is a Yale style keyway, and you can see it's got that on the top. And yes, that is a technical term, though. Yeah, and this is just me having a photographic memory, and way too much of it is occupied by kind of bullshit. It's like, Jessica, didn't you say you were a car person? Ask me some car questions. Let's see if my car, test my car. You can car tax me right now. Test my car mojo. Jesus Christ, it's almost 2 a.m. here in Los Angeles. Oh, Josh, if you like bodybuilding, you're gonna hate my body. It's not built. Actually, that's the one thing me and Marjorie Taylor Greene have in common. We're both kind of bad built. No, I'm just a lock picker, Josh. I guess, but I guess MTG is butch. I'm not butch. I'm also not bleach blonde either. Hey, baby blue. Want to join me on the sofa? Yes, he does. Okay, peeps, here's the situation. It's 1:55 here in Los Angeles. I'm giving myself until 2 to open this lock, and when the clock strikes 2, we're... Oh my God, the Pontiac Sunfire. Okay, funny story, Jessica. When I was a little kid, I worked a week of like a semi-apprenticeship at a mechanic shop, and I'll never forget that some person brought in a Pontiac Sunfire, and I swear to you, the head mechanic, great guy named John, I still take my car to him to this day, but he referred to it as a sun shit, and I died laughing when he said that. I'm like, you know what? Never has something been so perfectly described. It is a sun shit. They're terrible cars. I'm like, I don't take this as a personal attack, but we all know that the Pontiac Sunfire was a basura level car. Like, it was, frankly, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I don't think GM ever made a decent small car. The closest would be the Cruze probably, but even that was like, it was worse than the Civic and worse than the Corolla and worse than the Mazda 3 and worse than the Ford Focus. And it was better than whatever the hell Dodge was coming out with, because Mopar sucks, but... But yeah, I had my GM moment. I used to have a 2011 Chevy Malibu with the 2.4 Ecotec, and that was an okay car. Look, it was a beautiful, beautiful looking car, great proportions, but it also had the turning circle of a small moon, so that was kind of problematic for me. Trying to make a U-turn, and it's like, clunk. The great thing about GM cars sometimes is that they just, when it's time to get rid of them, they just start failing left and right, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. This car's a money pit, and it's not worth being a money pit. See you later! Yeah, I mean, you know what my favorite? Okay, let's have a story about the Chevy Cruze. Here's a bit of like of like fun bullshit that's a funny story that I enjoy. This will be my like final like bullshit story for you guys, because I can see the time. It's 1:59. I need to put down the lock picks at 2 sharp and take my dab and call the stream and call it a night and go to sleep. But so the Cruze and its predecessors, I believe, the Chevy Cavalier and the Sunshit, were made in Ohio at GM's. I'm trying to remember the name, and it's not coming to my mind right now. Oh, right. Okay, they were made in Lordstown, Ohio, at the GM Lordstown assembly plant. And when they discontinued the cruise, finally, they shut down the Lordstown plant. Okay, time's up, says Elijah. Fine, drop the pics. Pics down. We'll come back to U-870 at a later date. All right, we'll put the camera on Baby Blue. Let me do some quick tidying. Baby Blue. For the record, Ben is still in lounge mode. All right, we'll put the camera on Baby Blue while I do some quick little tidying, and then we'll take our dab and we'll call it a day. But so let me tell the story while I'm tidying. So, GM shutters Lordstown assembly plant. This is nothing new. General Motors and Ford and Chrysler have been shuttering plants since the 70s. You know, nothing special. Oh well. You know, some union jobs got lost and that kind of sucks, but you know, like I said, GM's been shuttering plants for years. This is nothing new under the sun. Like Flint, Michigan used to be a manufacturing hub, and now it's practically dead because GM closed all the plants in Flint in the late 80s and 90s. It's actually one of the first documentaries by the noted documentarian Michael Moore was Roger and Me about the downfall of Flint after they closed all the auto plants in that area. Anyway, me and Ben Cam, or now me and Ben Cam. I'm completely blocking Mr. Ben, my co-star right now for this variety hour. Yes. He has a great activation noise. Ben has the best cat activation noise. Oh, speaking of cats, Weisha and Fred. Weef. Baby boy. Benny. It's never a trap with Benny. It's just give licks. What a goober. I love this goober so much. I love all the cases. All right, I got distracted. Sorry. Lordstown. Anyways. Lordstown Assembly shuts down. But guess what? Here come the electric car boom. So electric cars are going crazy. Tesla killing it. You know, everybody's going buck wild for electric cars. And so a startup company called Lordstown Motors, look, you can look this up, buys the GM Lordstown plant. And so they named themselves Lordstown Motors after the plant, or the town the plant is located at, rather. So yeah, they buy they buy the plant, and they make a big publicity. Okay, we're going to make an all electric pickup truck at this plant. You know, like the Ford F-150 Lightning, the Chevy Silverado EV, the Rivian, the Cybertruck. What else? There's another. Oh, the Hummer EV. You know, they're going to make an electric pickup truck, except this one's going to be specifically geared towards fleet sales, and, you know, this is going to be an electric work truck that will replace all the F-150s, you know, and the Silverados or whatever. They get a bunch of funding. I think they got billions of dollars. They got help from GM. Blah, 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 blah. They made about 7 cars. I mean, that's not very nice, DJ Lovehouse, but we're not talking. Why are you calling me a dumb fuck? We're literally, like, simmer down, smoke some weed, chill out. Like, nobody's attacking you personally. I like the F-150. I'm a Ford bloke, okay? I was brought home from the hospital as a newborn in a Ford. I'm just saying that this was the plan. All right, back on topic before Weirdo went weird mode. Fucking... Yeah, JD's doing dab. All right, join me, my friend. But yeah, so anyways, point is, Lordstown Motors, they restart the they're gonna make the Lordstown Endurance. You can look this up. They made about 7 of them for customer sales. But they're gonna make the Lordstown Endurance special car for fleet sales, and it just everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And the denouement of the whole situation is that Lordstown went into the company itself went into Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and now that factory is owned by Foxconn of all. Yeah, of all people. So like, what a plot twist, in my opinion, that there's a factory in Ohio that for, I'd say, almost 50 years is run by GM. They decide we're not going to make small cars because we could never make good small cars. Okay, exactly, Lordstown, Ohio. So GM's like, we're going to close down this plant. All right, cool, sounds good. Lordstown Motors, electric startup. We're going to make an electric pickup truck here in America. Hoorah, let's go. And it completely fails, and so now that factory is owned by a Taiwanese electronic manufacturer that for their factories in Asia, they had to put schmuicide nets on there to stop their overworked employees from jumping out the window. So, people from Ohio, look out. Suicide nets are coming to your locality any minute now. Oh, you're from Youngstown? Great. There's a great Bruce Springsteen song about Youngstown. But yeah. All right, everyone. Hell yeah. If you're smoking, smoke them if you got them. If you're not smoking, that's cool too. No judgment from me, no pressure. I mean, Jamal, if you want to, you do you, fan, but, I mean, I could think of numerous people, male or female, who would be better choices to goon to than me. I mean, personally, I would goon to Scarlett Johansson before I goon to me. And if you're into dudes, just saying, Bad Bunny looked sexy as fuck at the Super Bowl yesterday. So, that would be my... Or, like, shit, if you're into older dudes, Ricky Martin at the Super Bowl yesterday, I'd have fucked Ricky Martin. Except for, like, the see-through shirt. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is also... Dude is... I mean, my all-time man crush will always be Ryan Gosling in Drive. Oh, thank you, Brown Eyes. Appreciate you. Usually we're not. Okay. Question, Jessica. When you were watching I'm assuming you watched the halftime show. How did you watch the show, and was the mixing good, bad, or indifferent? Cheers also. You like the Bush people? Like the Maasai or something? Hey, I can't hate. It's okay, Louise. She knows. She knows, but yeah. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to say it's better or worse than the Kendrick show, but I'll say this. The Kendrick show I watched on my phone because I was at work. Yeah. So here's the thing. I went to a friend's house in San Diego to watch the Super Bowl, and he was watching it on Peacock, and the mixing on Peacock was absolute garbage. Like absolute basura mixing. Like I actually commented this earlier in the stream, and people who've been watching the whole time are like, God, this is deja vu, but it's true. Like, it's true. I was watching the halftime show, and I'm like, Bad Bunny's, freaking rocking it. Yeah, no, I don't know. But like, I was watching it on Peacock, and I'm like, there's no bass. This thing is mixed terribly. Like, I mean, look, I speak good enough Spanish to understand the parts that he's, and like, also, you didn't need Spanish because that's the thing. It's Bad Bunny. The music is great. The beats are banging. The singing is exceptional. He's a talented dude. But like, all I could think of. Oh, no. I understood that just fine. I understood. Okay, Cable was good. Yeah, because on Peacock, there was no bass. His voice was muddy as hell, and like everything there was no highs, no bass. It was all like it was mixed terribly. But I was in the car yeah. I was in the car on the way to work, and I'm like, it can't be this bad. Like, so I put it on the YouTube thing with bass, with good mixing, and I'm like, okay, now okay, cause you know what the thing was? He started with Titi Me Pregunto, which is actually one of my favorite, Bad Bunny songs. Absolute banger. And when he's going, when he gets into the chorus, oh, come VIP, come on VIP. Like, I'm like, where's the drop? Where's the bass? Titi me pregunto si tengo mucho una novia. Mucha novia. It's a banger, dude. And I'm like, where's the drop? And Peacock fucked it up. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was like, oh. So yeah, so I like, it just sounded like this. Excuse me. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Like me and my friends, we were watching. No hay novia para aquí. Yeah, and especially for music like reggaeton, which is very bass heavy. You know, you got that, you know, with the classic, you know, boom, 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 boom in the background or whatever. Yeah, like you need that shit. Oop. Eh. But yeah, I was also I'm not gonna lie, I wanted him to play Chambea because that's such a banger. Like I wanted to hear Chambea, so no, I'm a chef. All right, we're back to bullshitting. I took my dad. Elijah, we're not going back to the Yale, but we are picking a few more locks. Fuck it. We're just not going back to the Yale because I'm tired of being annoyed by it. Meh. Fuck you, Yale. Yeah, no. Yeah, we are now. But not this Yale, because this Yale's an asshole. Yeah, no, I mean, like that's the thing. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the fake halftime show that aired on the Toilet Paper USA halftime show. So, Luis, funny story, true story. Technically, Spanish is my first language. I spoke Spanish before I spoke English. The first word that ever came out of my mouth was aquí. I mean, you could speak to me in English or Spanish. I will say this: reading in Spanish, not so good at. I've never actually taken any classes in Spanish. I just spoke it before I spoke English because my dad didn't talk to me very much because strict father model, Middle Eastern parents, and I had a nanny, only spoke Spanish at the time from Guatemala, and my mom is a Spanish literature major, so she speaks fluent Spanish. So yeah, until I was 6 and I got relentlessly bullied in school for not speaking English, I didn't speak English. And then I got bullied to hell because people are pieces of shit. And then I forgot Spanish for about 15 years because I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to speak this language if they're going to make fun of me. And then I started working as a chef and I'm like, oh shit, Spanish is super awesome. And like, I never really lost Spanish fully. Like, I remember, like, when I was 18, I went to Spain. And like, I was like vaguely remembering my Spanish. So, like, I was the only, like, a lot of people in Spain do not speak English. Amazing. But like, even in the, like, that's the most American thing I could possibly say. But when I say that, I mean that like people in the, like, even in the touristy, parts or in like the tour, like I will say this, like in a lot of countries, you go to tourist type things or restaurants or whatever, they tend to hire people who are bilingual. Yeah. But yeah, but yeah, but I was the only person who had any Spanish experience, so I was like just speaking very bad Spanish. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, put it to you this way. Um, um, there we go. I I listen to a lot of music in Spanish. Um, both like like more upbeat stuff, like Yeah, I mean, look, it's a case of like, I speak English because it's the only language you understand. You speak English because it's the only language you understand. We're not the same. But, I think being able to speak more than one language with proficiency is a beautiful and wonderful thing. And I'd consider myself, somewhat, blessed, I suppose. I don't like saying that because I'm, but, all right, I will lock these fuckers up. Yeah, I mean, I lost most of my Spanish because in elementary school I refused to speak it, and I mean, here's the thing, I was, yeah, and I think it's crazy, but when I started speaking Spanish again, I also started dreaming in Spanish too, which I think is pretty cool. Side note, let me tell you all a story about this lock. I think was it you, Jessica, who asked where do I get most of my locks? It's a combination. I buy them used off eBay and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. I buy them new from stores. And I will, if you put a Love Lock in a place that is not an approved Love Lock location, I will take that with me. Thank you very much. So, yeah, so this Brady, actually, I picked this one up off a bridge in New York. Um, actually, the night of my grandma's funeral last year, because I was like, I had a lot of stuff on the mental, and I'm like, you know what I need to do? I need to go, I need to go pick some locks right now. No, I work, two jobs actually. So one job I cook dinner for, people in, congregate living facilities. Um, and other job is, I work as a chef at, Universal Studios Hollywood at the theme park. So that's fun. Oh, what, JD? What do you mean for sure? You want to see my Universal ID? Yeah. You know what's funny, YK? I, I I'm not a theme parks dude. Like, a job is a job is a job is a job. I mean, I've met some of them, but like honestly, this is LA. Like you stick around long enough, you're just gonna like run into celebs eventually. Like, um, I don't work in restaurant like, well, I do, I work at restaurants at the theme park, but they're not the kitchens there are not really, you don't interact that much with the actual customers. Um, oh, cool. But yeah, you don't interact that much with the actual customers, but I used to work at restaurants where you were very forward facing. Like I worked at a kosher restaurant for a few years, and like both of the famous Ryans came in once, Reynolds and Gosling. James Vanderbeek came in once. Uh, what's her face? Um, Who is I don't know if you're a music dude, but the producer Pooh Bear used to be a regular there. Um, he did a lot of production for like Justin Bieber actually, so I don't really fuck with him as a producer, but you know, respect. Dude drove a really blinged out Cullinan, which I think is a hideous car, but whatever. You know, cash money. Uh, oh, who is? Fuck, who is in? Okay, wait. Who was who is the who was the female lead in the movie Boyhood? Does anybody remember that? Um, the name is killing me right. The lack of a name is killing me right now. Ah. Fuck it, whatever. But like, yeah, once I was filling up gas and like Tyler the Creator pulled up in his McLaren, which was pretty cool. I was like, love your music, love your car. Patricia Arquette, yeah, she stopped by the store, the restaurant too. I didn't even recognize her until I swiped her credit card. I'm like, wow, I love your movies. Wow, that was might be the fastest pick of a 7240 I've ever done. that might fit into a 15-second short, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean also I'm an alumni of Hamilton High School, so like, you know, there's always like a couple of I knew you wins when you go to that school. So like I knew I don't know if y'all are and if any of y'all are indie rockers, but like I was at the school at the same time as Harmony Tividad, who went on to front Girlpool. Um, yeah, I went to college with a girl named went to college with a few people who later became famous. One of them became infamous because he's a piece of fucking shit. But oh yeah, no, alleged. But yeah, I will. No, 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 no. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The guy I called a piece of shit is a piece of shit. Fuck him. Fuck you, dude. I'm not gonna name any names, y'all. But I will say that this person was a member of the band Power Bottom, spelled PWR space BTTOM or something like that. And yeah, y'all can go from there. But will not say the man's name, but Not going to disagree with you there, Pope on a rope, but right now let's talk about my piece of shit former flatmate who was also a serial diddler of women, but not children, as far as I know. But a piece of shit who deserved everything that happened to him. But yeah, I knew that dude, and yes, I'm using the he him pronouns for this person. Because I legitimately feel that this person took on they them pronouns to like as a weapon to like literally weaponize them. It was one of the very few instances where I can literally say, yeah, this guy is literally using the they them pronouns to like swing girls. Like in the most manipulative, fucked up way possible. So yeah, that's why I say he. He. You know? But yeah, longtime viewers of this channel will know I'm very trans positive in general. But this guy was a fuckhead. Fuck him. Like I said, I legitimately felt this guy, you know, was using they, them pronouns to take advantage of women who felt that it was progressive. And I think that's one of the most fucked up. I mean, voice lessons is one thing. I'm saying that this man literally started using they, them pronouns to take advantage of women. I'll just go since I'll also at this point I do need to add allegedly because these were all allegations, and like I said, this person did get canceled. I'm not using his name, but that being said, I don't believe any of this was taken up in a court of law. So yes, allegedly. Please don't sue me for libel. Although. Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, as a person who considers himself an ally, people like this are so bad because these are these like edge cases that people who are phobes are going to use to be like, see, they're going for your children. You know, where in reality, it's like, no, 99.9% repeating of trans people just want to live in peace and harmony as the gender that they believe that they are. Like, live and let live. You don't need to like them, and you certainly don't need to fuck them, but like, don't be horrible. Oh, down to 10 viewers. 9. All the phobes are leaving. Bye, phobes. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that I would argue, Luis, is that the reason for that is that those people aren't actually part of the gay community traditionally. Like, obviously, look, there are some of them, like, look, Jeffrey Dahmer, piece of shit, fuck that dude. But like, I'm talking specifically about people who are not actually trans, but fake being trans to take advantage of the people within the community or to take advantage of vulnerable people. And that's some of the most... Well, I mean, I also think that people who talk about trans people in bathrooms have this idea of like some circus freak, like lady with big tits and a beard or something like that, where in reality, you're going to just get somebody who looks like a woman using the bathroom for women. And then you're going to be and then somebody who looks like a man using the bathroom for men. Just the thing is that the person who looks like a man using the bathroom for men will never use the urinal because in all likelihood does not have penis. Like, but not my problem. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Straight men abuse boys in bathrooms too. This isn't a trans issue. Like I'm sorry, are people from the Catholic Church really telling me about child abuse? Really? 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 That's rich. That's really rich. Or like, look, all these rich fucks in the Epstein reports. Fuck every single one of those. Oh, I'm just picking them because it's fun, Luis. And JD, I'm so sorry about that. Exactly. So I'm using picks and turning tools to open them. I mean, JD, the simple fact of the matter is, and I don't say this as a survivor, but just somebody who can understand, is that we need to do, like, how people talk about believing women, and we should absolutely believe women, but we need to do a better job of believing women, but we also need to do a much better job about believing men and the trauma that they've gone through. Like, and I will say this, men, we gotta be more able to put aside our own personal toxicity and be like, yo, something happened to me and it was not okay, and this is that. But, and I think I don't know if it's the hardest thing necessarily. It's just it's hard to be alive in the year 2026. You know, and I would argue that it's much, much, much harder to be other things. Yet, there are many, many much kitties in this apartment. I do kitty rescue. I mean, Luis, with all respect in the world, what do you want, a cookie? Like, when you say women and gays have all sorts of privileges, they also uh they also, women get paid less statistically speaking than men. Women get assaulted and abused more frequently than men. This gay rights are being stripped away left, right, and center by the current administration. Like, look, I say this as a person who's not straight per se, but certainly is interested in women at least part of the time. Like, there are much worse things to be than a straight man, you know? Nah, I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one, because like I said, the discrimination in, yes, and I agree with what you're saying, Elijah. It is, it's difficult being a minority. But yeah, the alphabet gang definitely has it hard right now. But, look, it's getting hard for women too. I mean, I know where this is going to be saying, but look, there are literal abortion trigger laws going up in half the states right now, where women no longer have bodily autonomy. Like, okay, but Luis, we're not talking about a club, you know? Oh, what up, Denver? I guarantee you, Luis, that nothing could be further from the truth. Like I said, the gender pay gap is a statistical thing, that women get paid 70% of what men do for doing the same job. Like, I mean, this isn't a disagree thing. This is a statistical thing. Like, there's okay, Troy McDivitt. So is the death penalty, but I'm sure you'd support that. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see, one sec. Ah! All right. Fuck, what? Why is technology not working for me? One second. Sorry, hold on. Okay, why is Technologia not working for me? Okay, yeah. Sorry, Luis. Sorry, I'm sorry, Luis. We were having a civil discussion with some disagreement. And then Troy McDivitt came in with the abortion is murder thing, which I don't need any of that bullshit in my chat. So sorry about that. Did not mean to hide you. Like I said, disagree with your points of views, but no, Luis. I'm very open about the fact that I'm bisexual. Mostly asexual, to be honest with you, but like I'm very open about the fact that I go both ways. But yeah, but I will say that. But yeah, like I said, moving right along. I mean, what about Jesus? I was born Jewish and I'm currently atheist. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know what you look like or what your steez are, though. But like I said, I'm kind of I'm mostly ace these days, to be honest with you. I have moments of like, okay, now I'm feeling sexual, but honestly, I'm mostly ace these days. Ew, what the fuck is that shit? But like if we're talking like my long-term partners have almost all been women. In fact, they've all been women. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I think that's just I think it's really all a mindset and like don't get me wrong, I think that there are some profoundly toxic women in the world, but I also think that there are some profoundly I think there's just some profoundly toxic men in the world too that need to fucking step off and just, take a chill pill, you know? So like, and I also think it depends where you are in the world. Like, I will say, I will say this, that I find a lot of I find a lot of people in general in LA to be very toxic. So like, yeah, So like yeah, like you mentioned dating apps, like yeah, dating apps are like toxicity incarnate. It in LA, but when I leave LA, people are way more chill in general. It's like crazy how that is. And so like honestly, in my I mean, like I said, honestly, I don't have that same experience in my life, but like I said, to each their own. But in my experience, toxic people have in my life have been pretty 50-50 male female. I've yet to have a truly toxic trans person in my life, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Why you no open yet? You should be open yet. Oh fuck, it's 3 in the morning and I have therapy in the morning. Ah, guys, I'm being so irresponsible. Okay, I'm going to bed when this lock is open. Actually, no, this lock and then one more lock because this lock does not have a sprung shackle, so no shackle pop. I need a shackle pop to end the night. All right, that one's open. Alrighty, fairly easy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hashtag one more lock. Okay. Okay. That's going to be the David lockpicking hashtag. The next time there's a lockpicking giveaway, we're just going to enter a random thing where just everybody in chat enter hashtag one more lock like they do it, like we do it on the Lady Locks giveaways. All right. I've honestly, Luis, in my experience in LA, it's kind of the opposite because everyone's putting on appearances. So like the toxicity scale is way up here. You know, that's kind of one of the few things of LA that I really don't like is that there's some of the people are so like, you know, they're putting on in a big way. Oh yeah, look. Oh, look at Baby Blue. That's not Baby Blue. Those are bongs. That's me. Look at Baby Blue. He's just a calm little boy on a pillow. They fight from time to time. Fred is very interested in what's going on. Originally, I was born in here. I was born in Santa Monica. Okay, guys, that's it. That's the end of the night. We had the lock that makes Shackle go kapoof. Three, officially. Or should I say, three? Three. Oh, Luis, I intentionally. Yeah, no, born in Santa Monica Hospital, my dude. But yeah, I mean, it's because I do rescue, but like they get along in general. They all get along, honestly. Like they play fight sometimes, and like they're like, but like you know, the advantage of me being a single man is that it's just me and the cats here, and like I got a 2-bedroom apartment literally for the cats. Like I literally got extra space for the cats. Hey, speaking of which, Sunny's here. Or no, that's not Sunny. That's Sunny. Hey, Sun Girl. Sunny, for whatever reason, is terrified of the camera. So, so some of them are mine, and some of them are Foster's. Sunny is a Foster because I do rescue. So like most of these cats I rescued myself. So like she also has stage 4 kidney disease, so she's going to be crossing the Rainbow Bridge in the near to distant future, within the next couple months, probably, unfortunately. But yeah, she's been with me for 3 years. Actually, when the stream started, 207 minutes ago, I was actually feeding another stray cat, where I picked her up. I call it Louisaville now. Yeah, Baby Blue was also a former feral. I socialized him on the street, and then I brought him home with me. Fred, I picked up with my ex-girlfriend. He was a COVID cat. I got him from Animal Services, so he's a shelter pet. So, yeah. So yeah, And we got, yeah. No, I live in Hollywood. He's been a good girl. And then we've got Charlie, who came off the streets on Friday. And the reason he's here is because he has conjunctivitis. So he's in quarantine. Also, funny story, true story, Charlie is Sonny's dad. But yeah, so he's here in quarantine getting his treatment, but then he's going to a forever home because he cannot stay with me, unfortunately. I'd love to keep him forever because he's a very good kitty. And because he's one of the cats that I actually TNR'd. He's one of mine. So yeah, I socialized him, and now I'm taking care of him, and I'm going to get him adopted. And also, it's part of the night where my voice gets very, very deep and gravelly because I'm getting dusty. Charlie! So yeah, that's Charlie. He wants to escape. I gave him a stretchy pad. See, the thing is, there's not that much room here. Okay, Big C, you cannot, I do not allow. I do not allow. Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. I'm going to put something in there for him. Yeah, weesh, weesh. And this is Emily. Emily is Fred's sister. Nah, I make it work somehow. You know? Yeah, they are. They are. That's why I have like that's why I point out the tipped ear, because a lot of these are former feral cats that were TNR'd. And then I socialize them on the street. I get them to the point where they can be handled and petted and stuff, and then I get them off the streets, and then I get them either to forever home or to my home. My home becomes their forever home. So yeah, Louisa was actually supposed to be somebody else's cat, but then I found out that she had stomatitis, and it just wasn't going to work out, so I kept her. And, you know, now she's got the kidney disease, so, yeah, now she's preparing to cross the bridge, but it's okay. Yeah, but Baby Blue, and then I got Emily Bemily Boop. Like, a lot of these guys are pretty self-sufficient. Like, she takes care of herself, he takes care of himself, he takes care of himself. Oh, you see? I clean regularly. That's how I stand. Honestly, the smell isn't the problem for me. It's the hair. The hair is a bigger problem, and that's why I'm very lucky to have almost no carpet, because I can sweep it up pretty quickly. Which I have. Do they all eat at the same time? They do and they don't. But yeah, the best thing, like obviously there's a lot of cat trees in the apartment. From there's one upstairs. But yeah, look at my staircase. I need to clean the staircase, but yeah, the best thing to possibly give cats, staircase. They have room to run and play. What's up, Soul Dog? Hey, Benny. Hey, Benny. Oh, dude, carpeted apartments are nightmares. I honestly, Like, even, like, okay, I literally asked my property management company, because they had to change the carpet on my stairs, and I was like, can we put vinyl like the rest of the apartment? It's all vinyl, or tile for the bathrooms, but like, can we put vinyl, please? And they're like, no. Yeah, but okay, yeah. So yeah, obviously the tile's too expensive. That's why the tile's only in the bathroom and the kitchen. But like, vinyl is, this isn't wood, this is vinyl. It's cheap. Like, can we put vinyl on the staircase? First off, it would look better, but second off, and all because the cats would have less grip, so they'd be doing burnouts on the staircase too. That would be hilarious. Like, for the lols, come on. Like, we got to think about life for the lols. Like, can you imagine the epic cat burnouts if this staircase was like the dude, they'd be bouncing off wall. Oh my god, it'd be hilarious. It'd be absolute fucking cinema. Oh yeah, no, they're chill. Like, that's like I said, I bought way too much apartment for a single man, and I did it intentionally for the cats. But yeah, and you know what? I'm glad they're happy, because most of these cats used to live much harder lives. They used to live on the streets. It used to suck for them. It used to be like this. And then, so yeah, I'm. Oh yeah, Alicia. This is their house. I just pay the rent. Ooh, stay warm. Live free or die. Yes, I do have a pet deposit. Last time I went to San Bernardino, the city itself, or San Bernardino County? Because the city itself, for the life of me, can't remember. San Bernardino County, there's some really cool, there's some really cool, like, places. Like, I like doing urban exploration in my free time. Sometimes I'll do urbex streams. It's actually been way too long since we did an urbex stream on this channel. So, um, Ventura, it's the same thing. County, city or county? City, oof, it's been years. County, I used to deliver food into Simi Valley all the time. And fuck Simi Valley. Simi Valley sucks. I don't have a dog, Des. I have cats. Bakersfield. Where's my fucking banjo here? Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Bakersfield is Calabama, my guy. That is freaking country. Yeah. I don't know, Lily. The line was really long at the hospital because they were pulling the eggplant out of yours. Like, that must hurt. Anyways, y'all, we've got Colin must be Jewish over here. Must be fucking incel bitch made bitch. Hey, baby boy. See, this is the one thing. Oh, it's because I'm severely fucked up in the head. Duh. I don't follow Colin, but you do you, fam. What am I supposed to ask them? No, Luis. I mean, look, people in LA put on appearances. I'm in a good mood right now, but you know, I'll be, I'm open and honest that I've struggled with depression and anxiety my whole life. You know, no, I hardcore disagree. Nah, I think, I think that's a very poor decision because I think that's a very toxic masculinity choice to do it where it's like, I'm going to go everything myself. It's like, why? Why? You don't need to. You know, it's okay to seek help. You know, it's okay to find coping tools that you might not have. Yeah, and JD is correct. There are some really terrible therapists, and there are also a lot of marriage and family therapists that are cosplaying as real. Um, no, I firmly believe, Luis, that everybody in the world would be better with a therapeutic relationship. Like, and if and I mean, by the looks of it, you haven't had a good therapist yet, but like, I I've been lucky. My current therapist has been very helpful for me, and it's just, I highly recommend it. It's just, you know I think there are a lot of, yeah, I think there are a lot of, you know no, but that's the thing. I think finding the answers fast is not the way to go through things always. I think sometimes I think it is, but sometimes, you know sometimes you need to examine things, and sometimes that's important. So, horses for courses, right? But anyways, as I was saying, it's 3 in the fucking morning. Yeah, look, Elijah is my own mod is flaming me. Like, guys, it's yeah. Look, JD's like, go the fuck to bed, shower. That I showered this morning. I sound like a good guy, but am I? Okay, look, it's even late in fucking Australia. We're going to sleep. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Good night. Bye.